ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
Hello there, I'm Virginia Cha. We begin with some breaking news. A series of earthquakes rocking Baja California this morning, the strongest, a magnitude 5.1. We have heard reports of people across the county as far north as Escondido feeling that shaking. We want to bring in geology professor Pat Abbott to give us some insights into what we should know and whether we should be concerned. Hey there, Pat, thanks for joining us. And I just want to ask you, what did these series of quakes that started a little after 8 this morning, the most recent one it looks like was in the last hour, what is this telling you?
Well, it's telling us a very active earthquake area is in action right now. I mean, the whole Baja California Peninsula is something that in a plate tectonic sense, it's moving northwestward. And right through that area where you saw all the little colored flags indicating where the epicenters are, the faults start to bend to the left right there. So they actually split into a whole lot of faults. So I think that's part of the reason you see the scatter right there. You're not just on one fault, but as the faults bend, as you view it, it would be to your left towards the ocean. That cracks a lot of other earth, a lot of other parallel faults. So I think we're getting a lot of triggering of follow-up earthquakes, aftershocks, on faults also within that region.
And I want to ask you about that because we've talked to you before whenever there has been an earthquake in our region, and we don't always see them coming this quickly in bursts where you're seeing them at different magnitudes. Is there something unusual about this, or is this more the norm?
Well, I think there's always a lot of aftershocks afterwards, but these are staying fairly large. In other words, it's a 5.1 magnitude earthquake, and yet we're having aftershocks here, 4.5, 4.4, 4.3. In other words, almost the same size. That's why I'm suspecting that we're triggering other nearby faults into action as well. So we're sort of having a regional movement distributed on more than one fault.
Okay, so how concerned should we be?
I'm not terribly concerned. I mean, in the broad sense, these are the kinds of things that I'm almost going to call them day-to-day type activities. I mean, they're having a cluster there of things that's below the range of where you expect any real damage. Now, there may be an adobe house right near there where the bricks crumble, or there might be some isolated incidents, but these aren't large enough that they're going to be a major problem of their own. There's always, of course, the few percent chance that they're a foreshock of something bigger coming. But the very fact that we're having so many other almost same-sized earthquakes afterwards kind of makes it seem like we've had the earthquake, and here's a lot of rather significant, relatively speaking, aftershocks.
Well, we're hoping for the best for, of course, as you point out, the people who are around there who are being affected by this. Dr. Pat Abbott, we always appreciate your expertise. Thank you so much.
Thank you.